get into it. It's crime o'clock, yeah, feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick-tock, won't stop, let the facts talk. Pull up real close, yeah, it's crime o'clock. Clock, clock, yeah. Typically new, neon signs glow, brick wall behind me. Headlines loud, but they never define me. They rush the story, skip the proof. I slow it down, let it show the truth. Files on deck, read every line. Timestamps matter, so does time. If it don't fit, I don't force the frame. Ask one question, whole story change. No fear my voice, no need to shout. Paper speaks when you read it out. If the math's off, I'll circle twice. Truth ain't loud, but it ain't nice. Yeah. Read it again. It's crime o'clock, yeah. Feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick tock, won't stop. Let the facts talk. Pull up real close, yeah. It's crime o'clock. It's crime o'clock. Read it again. They sell a narrative if I sell receipts. Courtroom quiet, but the pages speak. Word for word, no added spin. Let it stand, yeah. Let that sink in. Screenshot save, timeline's tight. Missing pieces keep me up at night. If they say alleged, I say why. If they say case closed, I say try. No rush here, we do it right. Truth don't bend for the likes of hype. If you came for noise, you're in the wrong spot. This is evidence, this is crime o'clock. Clock, clock, clock. Stay with me. This isn't background noise. This is pattern recognition. This is documents. This is crime o'clock. It's crime o'clock, yeah. Feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick tock, won't stop. Let the facts talk. Say it with me now. Crime o'clock. It's crime o'clock. Typically unique. It's crime o'clock. Yeah. If you're here, you're early. If you're listening, you're paying attention. Show starts now.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Crime O'Clock on Typically Unique. And just like I wrote in the comments, as soon as I started the live, the plumber called and he's going to be here in about 15 minutes. So I can't go on someone else's timeline. So we're just going to roll with it. When he gets here, I'm going to have to take a break. I hope you'll be patient with me. Hang out in the chat. I just got to get him set up. He's got to, apparently, if you're a homeowner, I didn't know this, you're supposed to get your sump pump and footer pipes, they're called. There's these pipes that go around the outside of your house, and I didn't even know this. And they're supposed to blow them out or something. Well, we've been here forever and didn't know that. So, and I don't know. I guess it's my fault, but you know how many plumbers I've had here over the years? So they're coming to do that because we had flooding in our basement. I spent all morning down there cleaning up. And take us with you in your pocket. We'll do a walk. No, I can't have you going around my house. Sorry. You get to see this room. That's it. This room, my front porch, That's funny, but hopefully I can get him started and just let him do his thing, and I'll be right back. So, all right. So I just saw some breaking news from Brian Etten that there is a Alabama college student who was visiting friends in Spain. They were studying abroad, and he went over there to visit them. And they went out, I guess him and one friend, and the friend left. Can we like stop leaving our friends at the bars? Okay. I need to make a list. Things to stop doing for true crime. Stop leaving your friends alone at the bar. So he disappeared. And I know the police have his cell phone, but don't know how they got his cell phone. He hasn't been seen or heard from since. I think they went out Monday night, so it was like early Tuesday morning. And I think that's all I really know right now. They were staying at an Airbnb in Spain. Yeah. So I'm going to start following that, see what's up with that. It'll be interesting to see how another country handles crime and disappearances like this. So, oh, real quick. I promise I won't always have goofy things to show you, but since I was down in my basement, cleaning everything up and organizing, because it's just like the dumping ground, right? Just all my holiday stuff, my school stuff, like it was a disaster down there. So I picked up and organized, and I found this. This is one of those. Is this one of those? Yeah. Remember when would this be? Early 2000s. They had an online game, and you would buy the stuffed animal, and then you would go to the online game and your animal would be in there, and then you would play. I forget the name of it. What were those called? This was my son's. So I found Gerald in my basement, you guys. So Gerald, now my whole room is just going to be a collection of like dolphins, ducks, geese. Those of you that weren't here yet, what did I show this? Monday? Yeah, Monday. I got Ophelia here. She's my porch goose. I'll probably bring her in for the winter time and have her sitting here with me. I just bought a bag of sand. You have to fill the bottom of her with sand to weight her down. So the package was on the porch, and Carlos is like, "This is heavy." I'm like, "It's sand for Ophelia." Don't forget about Gerald. Oh no, don't forget about Gerald. Yesterday on the show, we were talking about Eric Gower and the Uber driver, and we watched both interviews, and I feel like I don't know what I did, if I zoned out at the end of the second interview or what. I'm going to go back and watch the end of that one later. So I don't have that scheduled for today. But we never heard anything about Taco Bell. So that, like him saying that Taco Bell receipt. So I wrote myself a note, like, where did that come from? Like, let me know in the comments. Why do we think that he said something about a Taco Bell receipt? Is that in a police report? Did the police write that? I can't remember. And then I was thinking, because everybody is all of a sudden also talking about the Whites apartments. And I think it's because of what Braden Jensen said about a stalker over there. So, and then I'm like, we never really talked about the Whites that much throughout this whole case. It was all Linda Lane, because that footage got released. And I'm like, just a crazy thought, but I'm like, was that a distraction? Like, because it took away from the Whites' apartments, I believe. And if you think about it, their last photo was at the Whites, and I showed the body cam clip. Was it 2 days ago? Wednesday's live showing the body cam where the officer thought he saw blood outside on the second floor of the. No, wait, was that the Whites? I think that was the Whites. That was the Whites, right? So, and then we have these questions now, like, well, what happened to that? Was it blood? Is that a numbered sample in the evidence collected? Those are things that I have jotted down that I want to go check out. So, and then I have, I don't even know if I should show you this. I have a piece of paper where I'll show you. All the black is like me scribbling things down, like questions, observations, all about Eric Gower. So if I have time at the end, I'll read you those thoughts. Ruh-roh. All right. I want to say hi to everybody. Hi, Mike. Hi, Ro. Skull Mackay. He brought up the Taco Bell as an alibi for providing a ride to someone offline off the app, and they got Taco Bell. But did you hear that in the interviews I played? How did I not? And everybody in the comments yesterday was like, "Where's Taco Bell? Where's Taco Bell? Where's Taco Bell?" And you know what's interesting is Xana and Ethan had Taco Bell in their bedroom. Clock that. Hey, bro. Hi, Christy. Who else? Christina. Hello, hello. Thanks, mods, for showing up. Hopefully, some other people are going to jump in here. All right, we're starting with this. If the live goes down, I'll be right back, but I'm doing it anyways. I have to do this. I'm sorry.
But then I got high.
I had to. Mike knew what was up. He was talking about 420 this morning. That's what we're starting off with this morning. That's what we're talking about. I stumbled. I was sitting in the room with Carlos. I'm like, I love when I stumble across things. With Afroman. If you don't know who that was, that's Afroman. I think I discovered him on the Howard Stern show way back in the day. He used to have him on and play that song all the time. Any of you listen to Howard Stern? Yeah. So here's some little clips. So if you don't know, Afroman, and I just learned he lives in Ohio. Hello. Like, I've lived in Ohio my whole life. I never knew he lived in Ohio. He does sing that song. That's Afroman. That's what he's popular for. That's what he's famous for. So I'm on YouTube yesterday, and I'm scrolling, and his testimony popped up, and I was watching it in the room with Carlos. I was cracking up. I'm like, this is gold. I have to show this tomorrow. I know you've probably seen it with other creators by now, but oh my God, we're going to react to it together because he was on fire. Like, oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. All right, let me try this one. Okay, so just to give you a glimpse into who Afroman is, so I showed you the song that he's famous for. Now, and I didn't know he was big on social media either. So he's big on Instagram, big on TikTok, big on Facebook, I guess. So I went to his TikTok page, and he's a singer, entertainer. So singer, entertainer. My daughter's texting me. I'm sorry. We're trying to get Lollapalooza tickets, you guys. They just dropped today. Lollapalooza tickets just dropped today, so we're trying to get them. She already got hers. Now she's texting me about mine. Let me know in the chat if any of you are going to Lollapalooza. You got to let me know. Maybe we can hook up there. All right. So this is Afroman plugging one of his shows.
American Dream, Afro Money Making Marijuana Smoking MAN. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be at Jake Locks in Poplar Bluff. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm popular and this is not a bluff. I'm gonna be in Poplar Bluff at Jake's Locks. You know what I'm saying? Then later on, we're gonna go down to the is it the Pink Pony? The Pink Pony. Okay, I think it may be the Pink Pony or just the Pony Strip Club. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be at the Pony Strip Club, you know what I'm saying? After we get through partying at Jake Locks, you know what I'm saying? March 27th. March 27th. Come on down and hang out with the Hungry Hustler, the American Dream. Afro Money Making Marijuana Smoking MAN. Yeah.
You guys can't hear me. The plumber's here. The plumber's here. You guys hold it down for me. I will be right back. I will be right back. You don't read lips, Lucy. I hope you can hear me. I will be right back. I'm back. I'm back. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. Hi, Dago. Deedle-deedle-dee. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Well, good news, bad news. So I had 2 flooding areas down in my basement, and we have like a cheaper kind of linoleum that looks like wood down there, and it's over a drain. And we made the decision, like, we're covering a drain, but I mean, it's in the middle of the floor of a room, like a room that is supposed to be like a furnished room. So we covered it, and that backed up. And I mean, it probably had like a half an inch of water on like one side of my room. And oh my God, it was such a mess. So I got that all cleaned up. He just looked at it, and at first he's like, "You're gonna have to tear the flooring up," and I'm like, "Oh my God!" But then a little while later, he's like, the sewer backed up in this area, and I was like, "Sewage? Oh my God!" I'm like, "It didn't stink. It was like clear water. Like it didn't stink." He goes, "No, it was rainwater." And other houses around here also flooded. So I'm like, oh, okay, let's treat that like an isolated event and leave the floor alone, right? It's all dry down there now. I don't see any mold, leave it. And then he's got to come back. So they're not doing anything today because they're going to jet out the sump pump. This is Kim's basement flooding 101 class. If you own a house, get your sump pump jetted out. The plumbers told me, like, I don't know, every year or something. I'm like, yeah, we've been here like 25 years. We've never had that done. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yours was oh my gosh, Dago. Oh, that's a nightmare. It's expensive. I should have asked him. I got to call them back and say, give me a quote. I didn't have him give me a quote. The other thing too is I guess you have footer pipes that go around the outside of your house. Didn't know this, and because we had flooding on a side of the room where there is no drain. And I'm like, well, where's that coming from? And so I don't know. He said half of the houses give access to those pipes and half of the houses don't. I'm like, oh, great. So he's walking around right now to see if we get access or not. I'm betting no. Notice the dates. My family's making plans over here for Lollapalooza. Oh, someone asked me, where is Lollapalooza? Lollapalooza is in Chicago every year, like the first weekend of August. And I've been there for it. Oh my gosh, probably like the past like 7 years or something. But no, wait, maybe, I don't know, 5 years. And when I used to go, it was just me and Carlos, and it's in Grant Park. And Grant Park is like a go-to place to see in Chicago, and I could never go in and see it because I never got Lollapalooza tickets. I mean, Carlos wouldn't go, and I wasn't going in by myself. So last year my daughter went. We got tickets. We spent one whole day there. It was amazing. So yeah, we want to go every year. The lineup, like the headliners are all the pop star girls on the radio, like what's her name? Something XK. Charlie? Is it Charlie SCX? Is that what's her name? She's gonna be there. Smashing Pumpkins. That's who I'm ready to go see. Smashing Pumpkins. And then I don't know. I like hip hop and rap music, but they usually don't have a lot of that, but they'll have a few. The Chainsmokers. The Chainsmokers are going to be there. I'm so hyped for that. And they're not even a headliner. So yeah, I'm going to get tickets to that. It's crazy. It's a wonderful, like, I was scared of it because it's massive. Like, it is, if you've seen the crowd sizes of Lollapalooza, like on TikTok or anywhere, like there's like 300,000 people, like but it's in a field and it's an open field. You're not like going to get stampeded or anything like that. Like it's really great. It's really great. It's just wide open, grassy areas. Like a Grateful Dead concert. I've been to a couple of those in my day too. You don't know the Chain Smokers? Is that who you're talking about? Oh my God, they're so good. They're so good. All right. Before I got interrupted with the plumber, I was starting to talk about the Afroman case. And I showed you his popular song. And then I showed you him talking with his eyes barely open. I wonder why that could be. Why would his eyes be barely? All right. Now, this, I think, is one of the songs he got in trouble for. All right. So, in a nutshell, Afroman lives in Ohio, Adams County, Ohio. And he said he was driving back from Chicago and he got a phone call from whoever was at his house saying his house was getting raided. So he gets there. I guess the cops were serving a search warrant, but they like broke down his door and they did all this stuff in his house. And he says that they turned his cameras off at one point, and then there was money missing. And so it was this whole thing. Okay. He ends up suing them because they stole his money. They end up suing him because after the search warrant, they didn't press any charges because there was nothing. I don't even know what the search warrant was for. I haven't heard what they were actually looking for. So, but there was no charges. So he's like, what are you doing? Like, you shouldn't have even done this. So he is on social media and they busted his house up and they didn't pay to fix anything that they broke. So he started making funny songs and trashing them in videos. So he went after them. They are suspicious people. Their behavior is questionable. Their reputations are questionable. So he went after them on social media. So here's one. Wait, where's it at? This one.
Mine eyes seen the corruption of the Adams County cops, stealing money, stealing cake. When they make their traffic stops, first they screw you, then they sue you. Play game and dismiss your claims. The proof's on the internet. Afroman will bring it to ya. Afroman is gonna do ya. Afroman is gonna screw ya. My proof's on the internet. Mine eyes have seen informants get busted with felonies. Tell the cops I'm a kidnapper and I sell a lot of keys. Raid my house and then get pissed, cause the dungeon don't exist. My proof's on the internet. Afroman will bring it to ya. Afroman is gonna do ya. Afroman is gonna screw ya. My proof's on the internet. My gate don't operate and my door is on the floor. My camera's disconnected. Lisa Phillips is
Oh my God. He said my gate don't operate and my door is on the floor. And one of the cops was a female. And he really went after her too. So apparently there's one of the cops is convicted of some things, and then he has a brother that was at his house, so he kind of lumps the two of them together in his videos. Yeah, he called them out and just, seriously trashed them on the internet. So they sued him. So that's the trial that we got to see that just dropped. I just saw it last night. I'm only going to watch the whole part of him testifying because I'm telling you, I was watching it myself with headphones in and Carlos was in the room and I was stopping like every 2 minutes, like busting up laughing, telling Carlos what he just said. He just said this. He just said this. It's great. It's really great. So, Dago, I hope I said hi to you. I've been responding to all your comments, but officially, hello there. Lucy. I know. I'm dead. Like, he's hilarious. He's hilarious. Okay. Let me do this. This one.
You saw us.
We'll just stop there for a second. Hi, Satire. Hello, hello. First of all, the afro. He has to have an afro. He's Afroman. The suit, his glasses have a reflection of the American flag. He's got the American flag tie. He comes in with a white fur coat down to past his knees. Yeah, he's got the look. He's got the look. He did make that video showing them in his house. That's the lemon. What does he call them? Oh my God. What's it called? Pound cake. The pound cake song. What was I going to say? Okay. So this trial was for the cops suing him, probably defamation or whatever, because they're pissed about the videos. Okay. So this is him defending himself over free speech at this part of the hearing. Okay. Or the trial.
The testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. As this, you shall answer unto God.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to seat.
Thank you, Your Honor. For the record, would you give us your name, please?
My name is Joseph Edgar Foreman.
You are known under the stage name as Afroman, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you create music videos and do performances, is
Yes,
that
sir.
right? How many states of the United States have you performed in, do you think?
All of them.
All 50.
Yes, sir.
And how many countries have you performed in?
I don't remember, but not all of them, but I've been to a few.
How many live performances did you do last year, roughly?
I don't know. Possibly 250. I don't know, but I don't know. There's a lot of days, but I don't know exactly.
And you have a residence here in Adams County, correct?
Yes, sir.
You've been performing for 20 or 30 years, is that right?
All my life.
All right. And is it fair to say that one of the first big hits you had was But Then I Got High?
Because I got high.
Because I Got High? And do you think it's accurate to say that that song has had over 300 million views on YouTube.
Get it
That
right,
sounds
dude.
right.
You have a large presence on social media, obviously, correct?
Depends on your definition of large. There's bigger people than me, but I'm all right.
And on Instagram, is it fair to say that you have 247,000 followers?
Yeah, I just got some of them the other day.
You got new ones coming all the time
Yes, not all the time, just here lately.
because the trial's coming up.
Yeah, all the publicity from the officers lawsuing me is running up my numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on YouTube, you have almost 1 million followers, 983,000. Is that right?
I haven't looked. It was 977 last time I looked.
And on TikTok, you have about 392,000 followers.
I haven't looked at them, but that sounds kind of right.
You know when you post something that a lot of people are going to see it, don't you?
Yes.
When this search happened back in August of 2022, Mr. Foreman, you weren't at home?
No.
You were driving home from Chicago?
Yes.
And you got an alert from a family member that the sheriffs were there searching your home. Is that right?
Yes.
And you were able to turn on your phone and watch through your home security system what the deputies were doing for a period of time, weren't you?
Yes.
And
Tony, is he seriously a former member of, what did you put? Funkadelic? Isn't it something Funkadelic? I know that group. Was he really in that? I'm voting this guy for president. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Wait till you hear him, man. Oh my God. I mean, more of him, I should say.
is it fair to say you were angry and upset about this search?
I wasn't happy.
And is that why you posted the things we've seen this week, because you weren't happy?
No, I posted it because the sheriff's never supposed to raid my house in the first place. The whole raid was a mistake. All of this is their fault. If they hadn't wrongly raided my house, there would be no lawsuit. I would not know their names. They wouldn't be on my body. They wouldn't be on my home surveillance system. And there would be no songs, nothing. My money would still be intact, nothing. So all of this is their fault.
And because they executed a search warrant on your home, that gave you the right to post the things that we've seen this week on the internet?
Because
Is that
They-
right? Is that right, Mr. Foreman?
yes, for
Yes?
tearing down my door, not paying for it, not being apologetic, me being a sport, doing something peaceful to raise the money to pay for their damages, me having the right of the freedom of speech as an American to talk to my family, friends, and fans about what the sheriffs did to my home. Yes, I had the right to my freedom of speech. After they left, I had the right to kick the can and to do what I had to do to repair the damage they brought to my house. Yes, I did.
That includes the right to post the videos that you've just been posting up until Friday and beyond, right?
Yes, I have freedom of speech. I'm a rapper. I entertain. I write fiction, comedy. Yes, I mean, I entertain for a living like you practice law for a living. So I have to go to work.
Oh my God. That was so good. And I'm really surprised. Are you surprised? I'm surprised at how much they're letting him just speak freely on the stand. Don't judges usually shut that down? And this judge, he Afroman seems to have a pretty good lawyer. I liked the things his lawyer did. But the judge never granted his lawyer any of his motions. But I'm surprised he's not letting, he's not saying, just answer the question, just answer the question. They're letting him speak freely, which I'm glad, because he's on fire, Jack. I mean, he says this is their fault all the time. Like every response. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them.
The deputies left a warrant return at your house, didn't they?
I think they left something with my ex-wife. I'm not sure.
Well, you saw, as soon as the search was over, as soon as you got home, you saw a document that showed exactly how much cash had been taken from the house, correct?
I know I got paid $5,000 for the show that suit was in. I forgot that money was in that suit. But I heard, I don't know what piece of paper I heard. I knew they took some money. I just knew they took some money. I knew it was 4,000-ish. I knew they took some money and they seized some money and some weed and some I don't know what else. Just minor stuff.
You knew how much money was in that pocket when you
This is great.
came home and saw the warrant return, didn't you?
It was $5,000 from back when I did that show. I remember it was $5,000. But anyway.
So is it your testimony that they actually took $5,000 instead of $4,390?
No, I just know. I know when I did that show, it was with Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa at Red Rocks in Denver. The balance of that show, for me, they sent in a deposit, but the balance was $5,000. I put the $5,000 in my coat pocket. I got drunk, I got high, and I forgot to get that money, and I hung that suit back up. And that's where they got that money from.
So it was $5,000 they got?
Yes, it was $5,000 that was in my suit when I got paid in Red Rocks. Now, after all of this stuff, whatever, it's I don't really know the complete number. It's 46, it's 430, the number bounces up and down. But all I know is I got paid $5,000 at the Red Rocks with Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa when I played the Red Rocks in Denver.
And you got $4,000 returned, right?
I don't know the exact amount.
Well, you were there with the news when you got it.
Right. And the lady at the sheriff's station admitted that the sheriff was short. You can go watch the 19 News.
You knew when you saw the warrant returned, didn't you, that the amount that they were saying was taken was actually more money than was in that suit pocket?
I didn't warrant.
That's why you brought the news to the sheriff's office when you got the money back, because you knew that they had miscounted the money and the number on the evidence bag was actually more money. I didn't know nothing. The lady at the sheriff department just volunteered the information. I was sitting there, if she had been, I might not even known I got ripped off. She admitted it live on Channel 19 News that the money wasn't right. You remember in your deposition when I asked you, why did you bring the news when you picked up the money? Yeah, I didn't want to get beat up or Epstein at the sheriff's station after I seen him running around my house with AR-15s. So that's why I brought the news and my attorney. So to make sure I got out of that place with my money. You brought the news to protect you physically. Yeah. Yeah. You didn't bring the news because you already knew there was a miscount and you were going to make. I didn't know nothing about the miscount. I didn't know. I figured they stole my money. They turned my cameras off. So if you turn my cameras off, you must got something bad in mind. So yeah, I'm accusing them of it. They turned my cameras off. I can't see what they're doing. So your testimony under oath here today to the.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He called them out so bad. He said I wasn't going to get Epstein. Oh my God. He said they were running around his house with AK-47s. They turned his cameras off. He saw some of what they did though. Like the cameras must have been on for a while because he references that later. Also, How many of you would just forget you had $5,000 laying around in one of your jacket pockets? Like, oh my God, that is so funny. You know, and you can just feel like the blatant honesty coming from him, right? He's like, not hemming and hawing, knowing exactly what he wants to say, telling it like it is, keeping it real, like, you know, and basically, you know, he's like, I wouldn't even know, you know, that money was missing. You guys are the ones that said it. And I'm gonna let this play, and I'm gonna try to find that channel 19 footage. That's true, Dago. Oh my God. Oh my God. Uh this is great. This is great.
These 10 jurors is that you brought the news when you picked up your money to protect you physically from being beat up or shot by the sheriffs, right?
Yes.
All right.
And they volunteered the information that the money wasn't right. That's just an extra something we found out. But I came with my attorney and the news to make sure the people running around my house with guns didn't take me into jail and do something.
You had a safe in your home, correct?
2 of them.
2 safes. Did the sheriffs look into those safes, to your knowledge?
Yes, they
The
did.
deputies?
Yes.
And how did they get the combination?
I gave it to my ex-wife so the sheriffs wouldn't pull my safe out the floor, take it to the station and put something in it and try to say that whatever they put in my safe was mine. So I went ahead and gave my ex-wife, who I didn't want to give my combination to, it was just safer. I went ahead and gave her my combination so they could open up the safe and realize that they just vandalized somebody that don't even have nothing in the safe.
And do you know what was in those safes?
It was absolutely nothing in the safes.
Don't you keep jewelry in those safes?
No.
Didn't you tell me that in your deposition that you keep jewelry in those safes?
I do.
Was anything missing from the safes when you got home after the search?
I didn't put nothing in the safes.
Was anything missing from the safes when you got home?
Nothing was in them, so nothing was missing from the safe.
So he's made a couple references already about the safe, and like it's not clear why, like what were they looking for in his house, like drugs, him being involved in something, I don't know. I don't think in this segment they say exactly what was on the search warrant. That's why I said there's 2 trials, I believe. This one was about defamation. So I think in the next trial they will get into all of that, I think.
You talked to Randy Walters on the phone before you got home that evening during the search, or right afterwards, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
He told you that they were taking some money and some vape pens and a small amount of marijuana. He told you that.
Yes, sir.
You knew, didn't you, Mr. Foreman, that there had been an investigation by the Claremont County Sheriff's Office into the discrepancy about the cash that was missing from your home, correct? You knew there was an investigation.
Yeah, I knew the sheriffs was investigating themselves.
Oh, that's how you saw it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did you ever ask for a report so you could see how bad this investigation of themselves really was?
Yes, I was trying to get involved any way I can. The investigation was going on without any of my participation.
Did you ask for a copy of the report?
I did. I asked for everything. I was trying to be involved. I didn't.
So you've seen the report?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I just saw it a few minutes ago.
Well, you had an attorney when you got the cash returned, correct?
At the station?
Yes.
I had attorney. Yeah, my attorney was present.
Did
when
your
I got my
attorney ask
cash.
for a copy of this report?
It wasn't in it when I got my cash back from the station. It wasn't an investigation until we realized money was missing.
Well, did you contact your attorney and say, hey, get me a copy of that report?
Your Honor, I'm going to object. While Mr. Klingler wants to talk about his client's attorney-client privilege and maybe waive it, Mr. Foreman does have attorney-client privilege with his attorney at that time. And we are going to assert that privilege because it's a privilege he has of right.
And so far, he hasn't asked for anything privileged. So I can appreciate.
Oops, sorry. It's okay. I was just laughing.
Overrule the objection. Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. Your testimony is you never saw a copy of Detective Robinson's report until today.
Yes, sir.
And that's because you didn't want to see a copy of the
I
investigation.
did want to see. You don't know what I want. I did want to see it.
You did.
I wanted everything that had something to do with my money coming.
And that was 3.5 years ago, correct? And you haven't seen a copy of that report that you wanted to see until this afternoon.
See, I'm with Afroman all the way, but this prosecutor is not very good in my opinion. I think he really could have done something with this. I don't know what, but better than what he did, because he's right. Like, they could have asked for the documents. So I think his point was valid, but I mean, they're just letting Afroman like clap back left and right on that stand. That's crazy.
All right.
That's right.
You don't know.
I never had my money taken by cops. I didn't know how this goes. I don't know about reports. All I know is live on Fox 19 News, the lady admits that her department is short $400 of my money. That's all I know. I don't know how to investigate police officers taking money.
That's all you know, and that's all you know today, isn't it? That's the whole basis of your claim that your money was stolen, is that the amount of money that was in the bags is different from the amount of money that was written on the bag.
Yeah, my whole thing is they never should have raided me in the first place.
That's your whole thing.
That's my whole thing.
That's the point,
That's my whole
isn't
thing.
it?
If they never would have showed up, there would be no songs about them. I wouldn't know who they are. Their faces would not be on my video cameras. None of this, we wouldn't be in this room right now if they hadn't raided my house and didn't press no charges, didn't even know what they was doing. This whole thing is their fault, and they're suing me for their mistake.
And so you don't really care if they stole your money or not. You're just mad
I
about
do
what
care
they
about
did.
if they stole them.
But
Police officers shouldn't be stealing the civilians' money. So I do care. All of it is an outrage. This whole thing is an outrage.
Can we get that on a t-shirt? Police officers shouldn't be stealing civilians' money. He is on fire.
You have no evidence that they took your money except for the amount on the bag isn't the same as the
How
amount.
about the lady admitting that she took?
Could you answer my?
She admitted that she took my money on live Fox 19 News. Go argue with the film clip.
Yeah.
Go
Nobody,
argue with her admitting that she took my money.
nobody admitted that they took your money.
Well, whatever. Go look at her admitting that the bag is short
Mr.
because it
Foreman,
stayed open all weekend long or 2 weeks after Brian and Officer Cooley just left it and just mishandled it and didn't do it right.
just so we're honest with.
Oh my God. What does that sound like? They just left evidence sitting around for days and days, like all the swab kits that were in the 1122 house, just laying in the house, a couple days, 48 hours before someone tries to do anything with them. Oh my goodness.
The jury here, Mr. Foreman, nobody admitted that they took your money, did they?
They admitted it was short.
Yes. Nobody
it looked like
admitted
somebody
that they took your money. Correct?
It was short. She admitted, she said that it was short.
Too short.
And usually it's 10, 5, $2 missing. How does $400 even come up missing? Odd.
That is odd.
You posted videos about Brian Newland doing hard drugs and snitching on his friend, and you posted those based on rumors, didn't you? We can look at your deposition, but before you argue with me, but isn't that a fact that you made those allegations based on rumors you said you heard?
It's a fact. William Newland is a convicted pedophile, and Brian Newland is his brother. After I zeroed in on Brian, I asked about him. Come to find out, he's a large statutory rapist that has sex with all kind of underage girls. He buys them beers and gets them drunk and all kind. That's probably the reason he had to leave the Adams County Sheriff Department, because he beats up his wife and he messed with underage girls, and he had to get out of town and go get a job in Northwood.
All right. You don't want to answer my question.
I do. Please ask another one.
Well, let me ask this one again so I can get an answer. Do you remember in your deposition when I asked you, you have no reason?
How did that lawyer just step right into it? That lawyer just like stepped right into it, asking about the guy he made the video about. He's like 10 toes down. Yeah, he's a this, he's a that.
Reason to think these rumors about Brian Newland are true, do you? And you said, well, it's more entertaining if it's true, and I can make some money. Remember that?
No, I don't. That's a however long that deposition was. You can read the deposition and it tells you what I said.
Do we have a copy, another copy of that? Because I'll show it to you and I can show you my copy. Refresh your recollection.
You're gonna refresh his recollection.
It's
Tree. You then use the-
Thank you, Judge. If I can get it working here.
Your Honor, I would object to using the screen to refresh his recollection. That's publishing it to the jury. If he wants to refresh his recollection, he can show him it and then ask him a question, much how we would do in criminal law with the police report. If an officer didn't remember, we wouldn't show the report. We would show it to the officer. He would refresh his memory by reading it, and then we'd re-ask the question.
Do it that way. Just make sure you think he reads it right. I'm just trying to get through the verbiage. Just make sure you think he reads it right. Otherwise, I have to wrestle with you about whether he read it right.
Sure.
So just read it. And then if we want to move it as an exhibit, you can do that.
Remember your deposition being taken, Mr. Foreman, in your attorney's office on September 3rd, 2024.
I remember the deposition.
And that deposition was taken in DJ Osborne's office.
Yes, sir.
That's the same office that you used to film that video that we saw last night with the actor playing Lieutenant Lisa Phillips. And that actor was sitting in the same chair that Lisa Phillips sat in during her deposition, wasn't she?
Yeah, the actor played Lisa because I wouldn't have known her if she hadn't came to my house and cut off my camera.
Yeah, right.
Right.
That's the office we're talking about, and that's the office where I took your deposition, right?
Yes, sir.
And in that deposition, I'm referring to page 84 of the deposition.
He is he is
I had asked you
girl.
about,
Object, he's testifying.
No, he's using the deposition to refresh his memory. He's doing it right. So sit down, please. Go ahead.
did I ask you this question, and did you give me these answers, Mr. Foreman? Question, would it be fair to say these are rumors? Answer, Stephanie said it, and some other people that don't remember, I'd be in a hurry in Walmart or something. They shake my hand. Yeah, Brian used to do this, used to do that. Then something, I didn't know him, but this is what I've heard. Question, you don't have any particular reason to think that it's true or not true, right? Answer, well, it's more entertaining if it is true, and I could probably make some money and capitalize on it if it's true.
What are the line numbers?
starting with line 7 and ending with line 21.
All right. But
Did I ask you those questions and you give me those answers?
I don't remember. That was a long time ago. But
But that's my
I've
question.
always
Thank you.
put Brian Newland next to his brother. So that's
Now,
my basis, and I've always
We noticed that.
yeah.
And
yeah,
your
so-
attorney's going to be able to ask you whatever questions he wants. Right now, I'd like you to focus on my questions, Mr. Foreman. You have no evidence that Brian Newland ever molested little boys, do you?
If you look at the picture, he's holding the little boy butt. It's too much for me. So if you just use your eyeballs, and then his brother's a convicted pedophile.
That's your evidence for posting that
Well,
pedophile stuff
hey,
about
I'm just
little
trying to
boys.
figure out. I'm trying to figure out what kind of guy is kicking on my door. What kind of guy is walking around my house reading my bank statements? It's a dude. It's a dude that's possibly a pedophile, got a convicted pedophile brother, deputized by the sheriff, walking around, possibly stealing my money. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on as I zoom in with my cameras. That's not the type of guy I don't think should be on the police force.
I'm going to refer you again to your deposition. If you don't trust my reading of it, I'm happy to give it to you, Mr. Foreman. But on page 98 of your deposition, on that same day, beginning at 9/11, did I ask you this question and did you give me this answer? And again, the only
Oh my God, I am dying at that. Too much butt holding over here. Oh, yeah, I agree with Skull. I needed this. It's the perfect combination of laughter because of his true, justified sarcasm that he is just spewing righteously back at this system of injustice, right? I mean, this is just that perfectness. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
only evidence, you don't have any evidence that Brian Newland is a pedophile or plays with little boys. Answer, no, sir. Did I ask you that question? Did you give me that answer?
I don't remember.
what are the line numbers?
Beginning with line 11, ending with line 14 on page 98. You have no evidence that Lisa Phillips stole your money, do you?
I know if she hadn't raided my house, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Nor a lawsuit or nothing. They never should have been at my house.
Since you're not going to answer my question, I'm going to go back to your deposition again, Mr. Foreman, page 102.
Your Honor, if I may, can I just enter a continuing objection so I don't have to object every time he does the deposition?
Well, it's too important, so please be specific. Thank you.
So I would enter a notation of objection at this point. He is now testifying for the witness. He is no longer refreshing his recollection.
I'll be sensitive to that, so you can rephrase and also sustain that. You made the conclusion you didn't have memory, so you got to go back and fix that.
All right, Judge, I will. Thank you. Do you remember telling me in your deposition, Mr. Foreman, that you don't have any evidence that Lisa Phillips stole your money?
Yeah, I she cut off the cameras, but I didn't know who took them. I didn't know who took them. So, for all the officers was a suspect in the first at first, because I didn't know where. After the deposition, I realized that Brian Newland was in charge of the money, and I knew where to focus everything. But at first, all the cops was a suspect, especially after they cut off my cameras, and I couldn't see what they were doing.
All right. Well, so you don't remember? Is that what you're telling me?
I remember telling you that Lisa, probably didn't take my money,
Okay.
but I just didn't know. I just knew it was missing, and they cut off my cameras, so all of them were suspects until I figured it out.
So until you figured it out.
until everybody figured it out, until it was solved of where the missing money was.
All right. So just to clear this up and move on, you admit that you don't have any evidence that Lisa Phillips stole your money.
No. But I know if she wasn't there in the first place, we wouldn't be having this conversation or be here.
He gets that line in every single chance he can. So, I mean, the Lisa that they're talking about, there was a female police officer at his house, and oh my God, the song he made about her is really bad. That one's really bad. I mean, they're all bad, but I mean, clearly he's being honest though. He's like, hey, every police officer was a suspect until we, figured it out. And she didn't do anything. He knows she didn't do anything. So he's saying she didn't do anything.
And is it true that one of your big motivation really in making all of these posts is to make money?
To pay for the damage that they brought to my house under the circumstance that they shouldn't have even been there in the first place.
Okay. So the answer to my question is yes, your motivation was to make money.
To pay for the damages that they brought to my house under the circumstances that they shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Have you made enough yet to make up for it?
Not really. You know.
How much have you made on it?
I don't know exactly, but it wasn't hardly $24,000.
$24,000.
It wasn't that. It wasn't that.
You're still making money on today, right? With the new posts and advertisements and things.
It's publicity.
You're still selling merchandise, aren't you?
No, publicity. Just me. Just everybody. Thanks to them bringing publicity to this, it's just an opportunity to run numbers up and be an entertainer.
And the more lies, outrageous lies you tell about them, the more money you can make, right?
Fact, they never should have came to my house in the first place. Fact, if they hadn't have came to my house, they wouldn't have put themselves on the video camera and in my music career. All of this is their fact. All of this is their fault. And they have the audacity to sue me. These people and you are the predators and the victim at the same time.
So what they did, searching your house, gave you the right to do everything you
Under the circumstance that I got freedom of speech, after they run around my house with guns and kick down my door, I got the right to kick a can in my backyard, use my freedom of speech, turn my bad times into a good time. Yes, I do. And I think I'm a sport for doing so, because I don't go to their house, kick down their doors, flip them off on their surveillance cameras, then try to play the victim and sue them.
You're at Lisa Phillips.
We got to hear that again. That is, don't you just wish you could say something like that in situations like that? You don't always get the opportunity to really speak like that. So good.
Just everybody, thanks to them bringing numbers up and being
Money you can make, right?
fact, they never should have came to my house in the first place. Fact, if they hadn't have came to my house, they wouldn't have put themselves on the video camera and in my music career. All of this is their fact. All of this is their fault. And they have the audacity to sue me. These people and you are the predators and the victim at the same time.
So what they did, searching your house, gave you the right to do everything you
Under the circumstance that I got freedom of speech, after they run around my house with guns and kick down my door, I got the right to kick a can in my backyard, use my freedom of speech, turn my bad times into a good time. Yes, I do. And I think I'm a sport for doing so, because I don't go to their house, kick down their doors, flip them off on their surveillance cameras, then try to play the victim and sue them.
Amen.
You were at Lisa Phillips's deposition, correct?
Yes, sir.
In your lawyer's office.
Yes, sir.
Same office where you filmed part of that video last Friday.
Yes, sir.
And you saw how upset she was when she was answering your lawyer's questions about how this had affected her, right?
Yes, yes.
and you saw your attorney say, do we need to take a break?
Yes.
And you saw her say, no, let's go on and get this over with.
Yes, sir.
You saw all that.
Yes.
You knew she was upset.
Just like she knew I was upset when she was standing in front of my kids with an AR-15 with her hand around the trigger ready to shoot me. Just like she knew I was upset when she cut my cameras. But I'm not a person. She is. So I'm sorry for being a victim. Let's talk about the predators.
Oh, you guys, I'm not a person of color, but I'm married to a person of color. My sister is also married to a person of color. My nieces and nephews are people of color. You don't understand the impact and the importance of that statement right there in general society, and especially the way that they're treated by the cops. So I just needed to double down on that statement right there that he made. You know, don't look at him as the victim of everything he just described. You know, let's look at the poor white lady police officer that you want to talk about. I love that he said this. I love that he said this.
How upset she was when she was answering your lawyer's questions about how this had affected her, right?
Yes. Yes.
And you saw your attorney say, do we need to take a break?
Yes.
And you saw her say, no, let's go on and get this over with.
Yes, sir.
You saw all that.
Yes.
You knew she was upset.
Just like she knew I was upset when she was standing in front of my kids with an AR-15 with her hand around the trigger ready to shoot me. Just like she knew I was upset when she cut my cameras. But I'm not a person. She is. So I'm sorry for being a victim. Let's talk about the predators.
Okay. So you saw.
I'm not a
you saw how upset
person.
she was.
She
You heard
is.
the testimony about her children. You heard the testimony at the depositions about Randy Newland's daughter who came home upset. You heard all that, but you're still posting stuff about
Yeah,
it.
because I understand it was Randy's fault and all of their fault for coming in my house in the first place. So if they hadn't came to my house, their children wouldn't be saying nothing. None of this would be going home if they did their research and did things right. So all of this is their fault. And now they want to sue me for their mistake.
Is there anything?
So that's what I'm curious about. Let me know if any of you in the chat know already. Like, I haven't dug into the actual like lawsuit that's going on here. Like, what was the police investigation? What did they think? Like, if they obviously thought he was like selling drugs or something like that out of his house, why did they think that? Is this a case of mistaken identity? I mean, it happens. That happened here in my town, and a family, a very prominent family, they broke into one of the son's apartments, and the kid is paralyzed now because of it, and they had the wrong apartment, and they just went in like shooting. Like, it's crazy. So he's not wrong.
That could change your mind about.
But I'm just wondering, like, what was their investigation? Did they get wrong information? Did they just have the wrong address? Like, there's several things that it could be.
What you're doing to these deputies?
Is there anything that can change my mind about the fact that they shouldn't have been at my house in the first place? Is there anything that can change my mind about how my money shouldn't have been touched in the first place? No.
That's all the questions I have. Thank you.
You're welcome.
He ate the prosecutor. He ate the prosecutor for lunch. Oh my gosh. I mean, that prosecutor asked some questions that he didn't know the answer to, and you should never do that as an attorney. Isn't that like rule number 1 of an attorney? Never ask a question you don't know the answer to. And someone in the chat made the comment, don't ask open-ended questions. They should have been yes, no, because he just slaughtered you, dude. Oh, I see some people joining in. Hey, Tara Lynn Dawkins, hello. Dig the past. Hello. Yeah, he made so, I mean, he just spoke it like it was. Yep. You don't have cop problems there? Wow. Yeah, you're lucky. What, where are you at, Amy, if you don't mind? Like what country or, I'm curious.
You want to continue, I'm sorry, Mr. Osborne. Do you want to continue the direct examination of your client now?
Your Honor, I was going to actually ask for a sidebar so we can talk about that.
Okay, so let's just talk about it.
Okay, so I was actually going to not do cross with Mr. Foreman this time. I was going to hold off until our case in chief.
Yeah, I just offered you the chance to do that. So do you.
Okay. So this is, I'm not sure. Oh my God. Awesome. Costa Rica. I've heard so many wonderful things about that. And I'm sure you've told me in the past, and I apologize if I ask again in the future. Yeah, I've heard so many wonderful things about Costa Rica. Only good things I've heard. That's amazing. So here's the reason why I think there's going to be another trial, but I could be wrong because I think I saw footage online of the whole trial. It was like 7 hours, but that also included a time lapse where they were waiting for the verdict. Okay. So, this trial was about the lawsuit against Afroman for defamation. So he just testified for, the prosecution questioned him, and the defense is saying, I don't want to cross-examine him right now. I want to wait until our case, and that's going to be the case of Afroman versus the police department for unlawfully or whatever they did, breaking into his house, wrong identification, shouldn't have had a search warrant, all that stuff, because it didn't produce charges. So I think that's going to be another trial. And oh my God, I might have to drive down there. I don't know where Adams County is. I'm assuming it's Southern Ohio somewhere. Dago, if you're still in here, do you know where that's at? Like what towns are in Adams County? I know. This is like my second time watching this. All right. So I tried to look up. He talked about bringing Channel 19 News with him. I did not watch this whole thing. But let's see. Here's a
This past summer, we showed
clip.
you some video when the Adams County deputies raided the home of a hip hop artist, Afroman.
A warrant accused the rapper of kidnapping and drug trafficking.
Ken Baker's live in Adams County. So today, police gave the rapper the cash back, Ken. So what's the problem?
Well, Trish, we were invited here to the Adams County Sheriff's Office as that cash was given back. We watched it being counted out of sealed evidence bags, and $400 in cash was missing. Only Fox 19 now caught this on camera. It was back in August. We showed you the Adams County Sheriff's Office kicking down doors and raiding the home of Joseph Foreman with guns drawn. A warrant listed kidnapping, possession of drugs, and trafficking drugs as probable causes. Foreman, whose rap alias is Afroman, talked to us shortly after it happened and said the
Wait a minute. Let me look at this.
Afroman talked to us shortly.
Wait a minute. I'm going to read it. He was in their probable cause. It says possession of drugs, trafficking in drugs, and kidnapping. What?
Man talked to us shortly after it happened and said the sheriff's office removed a small quantity of marijuana and cash. The sheriff's office also confirmed the seizure. Months later, the sheriff's office is now giving back that cash.
So when the prosecutor said that there was no crime, no conviction, or no charge, he then released the funds to the sheriff's department.
Afroman took his lawyer with him to collect the cash that was taken during the seizure.
I always videotape it.
Yeah.
This is the moment the Adams County Sheriff's Office brought in the cash that was taken from Afroman's home late August. You can see both bags were sealed.
It's not been open since so that's the 641, and this is 4390.
All right.
Multiple people counted the cash, and the numbers didn't add up. The cash seized by officers that day was $400 short.
I don't have an answer for you.
So that makes me think that
You guys, just think about this. Like, oh, trust the cops. Trust the cops. We're supposed to trust and believe everything they say. Hello, Idaho. Those bags of money were sealed and dated. And she said, these are sealed. Nobody's opened these. You know, they're sealed. And she cuts them open with scissors. And what was in those bags did not match what was written on those bags. So how did they get unsealed and money taken out of them? Like, what is going on? What is going on?
somebody took that amount specifically. That's not a accidental amount.
Afroman says the missing cash is just the icing on the cake when it comes to how negatively his life.
Wait, I want to hear what she says again. This girl's the hero, man. She just says it. She just says it. I like people like that.
That's not a accidental amount.
Afroman says the missing cash is just the.
That's not an accidental amount. You want to know why? Because it was $400. Like, oh, I'll just take $1, $2, $3, $400 bills in my pocket. It's not like they were off 27 cents or they were off, $2 and something, Yeah, not accidental.
Icing on the cake when it comes to how negatively his life has been impacted since his home was raided in August. The rapper says this raid stopped him from being able to book shows.
I need all the clubs that heard the cops say, oh, we have a warrant for kidnapping. I need all those clubs to see and hear that those charges have been dropped.
It's because of that loss and other reasons. Afroman and his attorney said they will be filing a defamation suit against the county.
Sometimes I have to talk myself into going to sleep because it's like, wow, man, what if they come back in here, popping around, sweeping around.
So a lot of you might be wondering how evidence is given back. So we were taken into a small interview room, and then the evidence handler, she came in with those sealed bags with cash inside. She talked about some legalese, how we were being recorded, and just legal laws that she ran through. And then they started counting. And when they counted 3 people, I watched 3 people count that cash, and it came up short. I did, of course, call the sheriff's office tonight. They said they're going to be looking into that first thing in the morning. Live here in Adams County, I'm Ken Baker, Fox 19 Now.
Ken, thank you.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And yeah, that fear, I can't imagine. I am a woman, so there's different kinds of fears when you're a woman. But when you're a male person of color and you're living somewhere, it's probably like, I don't know if it's rural Ohio, but Ohio is, when you get a lot of people together that are like-minded like that against a certain group of people, it's dangerous and it's scary. They will just say they miscounted and the 400 was, yeah. Hi, Molly. Hello, Molly, for sure. All right, that is oh, wait, I had one more little quick thing. So here's him. So ultimately he did win his lawsuit, and here was him celebrate. So this is the defamation lawsuit. So he was not found guilty for that. So the First Amendment was.
We did it! Freedom of speech! Right on! Right on! Yeah! God bless America! Yeah! Power to the people! Yeah! 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 We did it, America! Yeah! We did it! Freedom of speech! Right on! Right on! Yeah! God bless America! Yeah! Power to the
Power to the people. He went on for a while and was like, you know, it was a win for America because of First Amendment rights and things like that. Yep. Okay. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. I got a notification. What is this? A black car. Oh, okay. I know who it is. I'm telling you, I'm loving this Blink camera update. It'll be like someone is walking in the room and grabbed a plate. Have you guys noticed that? Oh, all right. I want to move on to the Idaho 4. And there was a new body camera that dropped of the Officer Morris. And I haven't watched it. I saw some comments on it, and the people were saying that they thought there were some bombs or something in there. I don't know if they're bombs, but some information. So I wanted to watch that. Where's my playlist? Yeah, Officer Morris on the scene. It's redacted right now. That's why you can't hear anything. Of course. Of course. Molly.
So I have car 3 and car 5 got left here.
Okay.
So
I think that one's fun.
171 said he left the keys to car 5 in the car.
Okay. All right.
If you want to take that one.
So I see that one. Yeah, they're both other ones that got off the table. But I'm not interested in their text.
Okay, I'll go out and get some more.
I'm watching this on a bigger screen, so I'm not staring at the chat, but I can see the chat on my phone. So if something, oh my goodness, I started to type hi, dig the past earlier and I didn't post it. So hi, dig the past. If I didn't say hello to you. Hi, Susie, Little B. Hello. If I missed anybody, I apologize. Hello. If you want me to stop at any point, put some red flags in the chat, okay? And then I'll stop it and we'll go back.
On the crime scene trailer? Okay.
But got on that one with all the extra large bags of distilled water, swabs on the clip.
So again, I should say big shout out to Connor. Just Connor. That's the channel name. We need to drop that link in here. He is another creator on YouTube that is getting all these body camera videos. So, I mean, a huge thanks to him for getting these, along with a huge thanks to Christie's Chaos. Shouted her out yesterday because we used her video. These creators that are able to, it's not easy to write the wording and cite everything you need to cite to get these videos. So I know they Christy definitely has donation buttons for PayPal, Venmo, Cash App on her channel. It does cost money to get these videos, so if you can consider supporting them for their work and efforts, it's a cost. I'm sure they would greatly appreciate it. Same with Connor. And I wanted to see, this is November 13th. 21:26. So it's at night at, I'm so bad at military time. So 24 hours is midnight. 23, 10:26. Am I right? 10:26 at night. $9.26. Thank you.
Okay, back sealed up.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Today's going to go away to perfume at home. And then, I don't think we need to anything back up here.
Wait, I need to put the closed captioning on. He's talking about the funeral home. Okay, here we go.
Okay, back sealed up.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Today's going to go away to perfume at home. And then, I don't think we need to anything back up here. It sounds like they got your call on the screen right now.
Maybe I'll bring the car, pick you up, and then everybody can just do that I'm clear, King Road. You're up to your short.
Hot in there.
Yeah. I keep changing my mind on what I want. Starting to ask more like my wife what the hell I want. I want something.
What are they talking about? Food? Is that what they're talking about? Because he says, I don't know what the heck I want. All your clocks would be 24-hour clocks, Lucy. So you gotta keep that brain going, right?
My cell phone in that car. You can bring it to shorts for me. I got it.
guess then I wouldn't know what kind of shit's coming down the pipe, would I? I think we'll leave the tape up, and we'll seal all the windows, all the doors, and then we'll have somebody's got to sit on it. I told Casey's team. I think Branson will come back and sit on it when we're done.
Okay.
And then, do you work tomorrow? Is it your regular day off? You're just calling for this?
Yes, sir.
So I'm not going to get too excited about getting in paper. Sorry. After they get done with the second, the second set of bodies, then we're going to do a DNA analysis. They'll go through and then swap different areas, see DNA stuff, and then I think they'll be done.
Okay.
So,
Okay. What is this? Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. After they get done with the second set, is it letting me talk? Am I muted? You guys can hear me? After they get done with the second set of bodies, so I'm assuming he's talking about the Idaho State Police forensics. Is that who he's talking about?
set of bodies, then we're going to do a DNA analysis.
Then we're going to do a DNA analysis.
They'll go through and they'll swap.
They'll go through and they'll swab different areas and DNA stuff.
Okay.
And then they'll be done. Okay. All right. So they're going to do the let's see. They're going to swab all the blood areas in Xana's room. They're going to swab everything in the living room. They're going to swab. I'm trying to think of the things they didn't that they should have, right?
So just hang tough. These things never happen when it's warmer.
That's true. Except in California.
Yeah.
I'll let it ready.
Hello? Yep. No, I'm good, man. I'm going to be the last one out here. We just sealed the back. I'm on the front now. I'm the only patrol guy here now, so. Yeah, I think you guys are going to be sitting on it all night, but I'm talking to Tap right now. I think he wants me here until the ISP guys clear out. So
Is that Branson?
it's Rosendahl.
Okay. So yeah, somebody's going to have to come up here after when we clear.
Oh, Rosie's on the phone. Rosie's calling to check on the scene. What are your guys' thoughts about that? Lucy, are you talking in code? All right, so Rosendahl's on the phone. asking, I guess, about what's going on.
Yeah, so he just said one of you guys will have to come up here once we clear, but we'll let you know before. It'll be a minute.
Wait a minute. Let me hear this.
Oh, we just sealed the back. I'm on the front now. I'm the only patrol guy here now, so. Yeah, I think you guys are going to be sitting on it all night, but I'm talking to Cap right now. I think he wants me here until the ISP guys clear out. So.
Is that Branson?
It's Rosendahl.
Okay. So, yeah, somebody's going to have to come up here after when we clear, but it's going to be a minute.
Yeah, so he just said one of you guys will have to come up here once we clear, but we'll let you know before. It'll be a minute. All right, man. Thanks. All right. Bye.
I'm going to walk up there to this dumpster. Just been curious about it the whole night.
He's going to the dumpster because he's been curious about it all night. So Rosendahl called at what time? Probably that. And then he's going to the dumpster. Okay, wait a minute. What are we blacking out here? Wait. What are we blacking out here? It's downstairs on the first floor. It didn't need to be blacked out this whole time. It's who's coming down the steps. Did you guys see that? Look at the top of the steps. Look at the top of the steps. The person looks like they're stumbling. I'm probably just being dramatic, but why are they blocking it out? Why are we blocking this out? Top of the steps. See? Why do we got to block that out? We already saw you, dude. Who? Oh, they're bringing the bodies down. Oh my God. That's why it looked like he kind of stumbled. Oh man. Oh, I wasn't expecting this. Oh my God. I think it's just like a sensitivity thing, Italian girl. Yeah, the bags would not be yeah, trigger warning. Thanks, Dago. Not that we're going to see anything probably, but just the content itself, the fact that we know what they're doing, it's sad. Like that's sad. Like it hit me, I wasn't expecting that to be what they were doing. I know he said they were waiting for the funeral home. So be aware.
It's just hard to fathom how whoever did this didn't really leave a trail where they went after. Like you would think that, like when I first heard, which I was like, no way, I thought it was murder suicide. Like the victim, the suspect was like, but if it doesn't look like it.
And that cash that 100 people leaping in that fence right there. Yeah. And if you look at the temperature, that would have froze solid last night, and it would not have. 2 nights ago or 3 nights ago, it would not have thawed out in the day.
Okay, so they took a cast footprint and they talked about that footprint a lot over on the side yard over by the houses and the fence. Oh, Lucy, did I miss something he said when he came back from the dumpster? I was looking away. No, not that. I want not that. This. Does he start talking before he gets up here?
It's just hard to fathom how whoever did this didn't really leave a trail where they went after. Like you would think that. Like when I first heard, which I was like, no way, I thought it was murder suicide. Like the victim, the suspect was like, but if it doesn't look like it.
And that cash that 100 people leaping in that fence right there. Yeah. And if you look at the temperature, that would have froze solid last night, and it would not have. 2 nights ago or 3 nights ago, it would not have thawed out in the day. I can tell. Yeah, you're gonna get basically. Yeah, I just have questions. We're running everything through Tyson. You know, I had to choose between my warm gloves or my gloves with foam tips in. I chose my warm gloves. You need to stand in there, stay warm. You've been out here a while.
So have you.
I'll just go down there and stand in that trailer. There's a heater going on there. And you put some fries some information in the way so I can sit in the car and do that if you need to. I was burning my slash pads when I got called, so it was cold out, but it was pretty warm. I had a giant fire going in front of me.
Yeah. I was just about to go look at the house and contractor going out to see if there's major issue with the part of the inspection, which there's not, which is good, but I told her, you're gonna have to go by yourself. Let me know what he says because I gotta go into work.
She'll figure it out.
Yeah.
She's a smart girl. She'll figure it out. When I left, my wife was throwing limbs and tending a fire about half the size of that building. Okay, and there's 2 more going on at the hill. I was like, okay, well, don't let the field burn it. Bye.
That is kind of cute that they're talking about their wives having to like pick up when they have to take off for this crime, what their wives were doing. Speeding it up a little bit till I see some talking. No audio. Oh, talk it. Let me slow it back down. So I'm asking the suspect never even. Oh, so I'm guessing the suspect never even came down here, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard Lanier say I have a theory, but then I can't hear after it, and the closed captioning is not picking it up. I swear he said I have a theory.
So from that the suspect never came down here, huh? He just did 2 popcorn.
Yeah. I have a theory, but
We can drop off part of it.
I feel like they amplified all the talking in the background so we can't hear what Lanier is saying, because that talking from upstairs was not that loud earlier. We could hear him. So I'm hoping somebody can mess with the what do you want to call it? Amplify this audio so we can hear what he's saying, because I know he said I have a theory. Has anybody heard anybody else talk about that yet? Yes, the audio. I know the audio. And like the word Tuesday comes on the screen, but I don't know if that's the people upstairs or, oh, is this the prosecutors? Oh my God.
Excuse me. You keeping the log down, man? Yeah, are you guys out? We're leaving.
She just smiled. She just smiled.
Hey, excuse me. You keeping the log down, man? Yeah, are you guys out? We're leaving.
Doesn't she just grind your gears when you see her? Ugh. And of course, why is it well, oh, they must be taking more bodies down.
Yeah, they're going to be wild. Yeah, he said they're going to do a DNA analysis and then scenes. You're going to seal it up. Put a very good gun for tonight.
Did you give you a guy for 1 morning?
Yeah, Scott McLeod.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
From 6 to noon.
What's on the ground right there? She grinds your teeth. Losing teeth over this. Yeah. I don't want to be disturbing, but I seriously, what is on the ground right here?
Yeah, he said they're going to do a DNA analysis.
It looks bigger than a duffel bag. Maybe equipment.
You're going to seal it up. Put a very good gun for tonight.
Did you give you a guy for 1 morning?
Yeah, Scott McLeod.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
From 6 to noon. And then I'm assuming if we have to be back in here tomorrow, it'll be by then.
Yeah, we'll know. We'll talk more.
Close. Yeah.
All right, thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got to see where the talking started. Can we?
Scenes. You're going to seal it up. Put a very good gun for tonight.
Did you give you a guy for 1 morning?
Yeah, Scott McLeod.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
From 6 to noon. And then I'm assuming if we have to be back in here tomorrow, it'll be by then.
Yeah, we'll know. We'll talk more.
Close. Yeah.
All right, thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Thanks, Aaron. Have a good night. That's what I was thinking too.
What's that?
The Wi-Fi thing. I think someone's Wi-Fi is gonna show someone.
It's gonna show them at the time. So these guys talking about the dog at 1 4 o'clock hour. One chick's talking about the dog at 4 o'clock. That's the news. I still can't explain why. I mean, he didn't see her.
Yeah, the only thing I was thinking is like maybe whoever the suspect is didn't have beef, or at least like the 2 victims that he didn't go after, or they didn't go after, and the rest of them were kind of
the beef with 3 people who know exactly what they're like.
I just happened to run in from here.
They're totally speculating about what they think happened. So, God, I might have to play that back because let me see. Let me just read it real quick. Oops. Oh, so first they're talking about the Wi-Fi thing. I think someone's Wi-Fi is going to show someone. What do you think they mean by that? Wi-Fi connecting to the Wi-Fi? Is that what he's meaning by that? Yeah, they haven't shown us that though, have they? I just don't understand why they won't show us that. Okay, so this is one of their theories. Someone's going to have connected to the Wi-Fi.
And he didn't see her.
So Lanier is curious about Dylan seeing the suspect and why he would leave her alone. So I always love hearing the police speculate about those same kinds of things that we do because it's normal. It's normal to question that. And then they start talking about beef. If someone who did this had beef with the victims.
Yeah, the only thing I've seen is like maybe whoever the suspect is didn't have beef or at least liked the two victims that he didn't go after or they didn't go after.
So they're discussing why didn't the killer go after Bethany and Dylan? And he's saying because, the killer didn't have beef with them the way he did with the other victims. Let me see what you guys are saying. The perps did not bring their phones. I agree with you, Tony Stevenson. Okay. And he didn't go out there or they didn't go out there. So they're not even sure it's just one person at this point. They're saying they. So they're saying whoever committed this murder had the same beef with all four people. They're not saying, oh my God, there's a crazy serial killer out there and he just randomly broke into this house. They're saying somebody purposefully did this to these kids and they left the other two alone. Why is that? And whatever that reason is, it must have been the same for all four of them. And I tend to agree with that. I think that's what the evidence is leaning towards as a motive. Let me know what you guys think. They are speculating things that have good odds of being true statistically. Yeah. It is a normal assumption to talk. Yep.
I just happened to run in from
I thought he was saying something about Kaylee's screams and then something about running. Let me see.
I just happened to run in from
No, something about stairs. Man, why can't we hear that? If what is the reason to redact that? It's not private personal information. They're giving their opinions about what they thought happened. That does not need to be redacted.
know what car that came out of, when you go back to your car. Take that with you. Yep. All right. So when they leave the next two, I'm going to leave Brett here. I'll take the evidence tape with me. I'll take the evidence tape with me, or at least some evidence.
He probably has some tape in the car.
And I'll go back over to Shorts with them once they're done doing all the tagging they'll do.
So you'll follow the next car.
Yeah.
Do you have a car here?
No.
Who's this bald guy with the beard? If that was one of my fellow officers, I would be like, dude, I don't like this, so I don't feel like talking about this right now, really. Yeah. Oh, using the drones. Who is that right there? Jen. Is that for Wisconsin? Jen Whisk. Hello. There's Brian. We've missed you. James, Jimmy, great. Yes, I only announced the wallet was found floating in a lake near the bar. Okay. Hi, Brian. I knew that the cops had his phone, but I didn't hear how they got his phone. And now they found the wallet. Oh, no. Oh, no. Crazy.
You could take my car and then I could go with Aaron, I guess, let me use it. Do you have a car?
Car 3 should be here, parked somewhere.
Car
5 is down here. So Jay just
took that one.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think
There's another
Branson,
car.
I think Branson took that one.
No, Branson took Jay's car that Jay initially brought.
Okay, so there's probably a car down here.
Yeah, 3 is at least, because I have the keys, the only key to 3. Okay. I have it. It's probably the one that's the one that.
So you can do it either way. You can take that car, or you can take my car, and
Yeah, it was easier. I'm hoping I'll do it. Sure.
taking that car and doing my
Okay. Works for me. You know if there's any evidence tape in the back there? Oh, no. Yeah, I just want to show you.
There's evidence tape in the truck, so take that.
I'll take that. I'll take another real Brett's going around on the top floor. Put the tape on all the windows.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
And then
We just
I've already done the kitchen. I did the inside, did the outside of the sliding door, so that's taken care of. And then I'll leave Brett here to finish collecting evidence, so I can go get those done.
So then we'll only have to see it downstairs. Okay.
Well, hopefully it'll all be sealed.
Well,
Except for
we're
this.
ready to go and call the night shift to get it set in place.
Check the list.
Huh?
No, strips and
Yeah, but they still have
still have fruit, so they should be fine. Cool.
I already gave Casey a heads up.
Perfect.
He's been panicking before I talked to him, so I just had to do it.
And what else? And then we'll all be back in the morning. Do you want? Has everyone else already got home?
They were working on paper when I was there last. I don't even know if they've left yet. I think Fry Barrett and Dollinger upstairs trying to figure out campus issues and media stuff.
John's still there.
John was there too. John was digging into something about an ex-boyfriend lives over here. Is that his name?
He's one of the ones we interviewed.
John is looking into the ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
He's one of the ones we interviewed.
Oh, shit. He has some digging in there. And that's Keely's ex.
That's Kaylee's ex. And redacted.
Just a weird stuff.
What do you guys think could be weird at this point about Jack D? What would they know so far about Jack D? Just that he's the ex-boyfriend, but he came over to see what was going on. He stayed around. He went to the interview. He answered their questions. I mean, what would they know? They wouldn't have like that phone call. They wouldn't have all the times the girls called him. I mean, just the fact that an ex-boyfriend would logically be somebody you would look at closely. They have Kaylee's devices. Oh, so just like physically looking at her. But what if it's no, they couldn't get into the phone. Remember, it was locked. So they couldn't get into her phone to just like open it and see who was she texting or calling last night, because I read the report, the Moscow Police Department report. They had to take all the phones somewhere else to like try to break them, like break into past the passwords. Yeah, Lucy, but what I'm saying is not on the 13th. That didn't happen. It took them a while before they got into their phones. I'm just wondering what else is making them suspicious about Jack D.
We won't know until the autopsy when he actually touches it. And they may do. Kathy will let me know more tomorrow. But
Wait a minute. They're trying to get something from him. We won't know until he touches something. What?
we won't know until the autopsy when he actually touches it. And they may do. Kathy will let me know more tomorrow.
Kathy Mabbitt. So we won't know until he actually touches something. And they were talking about Jack D. So is that who they're still talking about? Did they change the topic to someone else? And why is Kathy Mabbitt going to let you know more tomorrow? She's done nothing. So
They might do 2 on Tuesday and 2 on. You and Grant are freed up on.
oh, they're talking about the autopsy reports. Okay, they're talking about, the autopsy's being done.
Monday and Tuesday. Yeah. And then if you got to work Wednesday, that doesn't affect the patrols. So we'll come in and just go up to do the autopsy. We're going to have overtime on this anyways. We'll start slowing down after about this week and then kind of go more into normal investigation for the most part, unless we can get a lead.
Oh, I see your comment, Witchy was. Hold on. I see it. Let me pull it up here. Witchy was says all 4 phones were unlocked as of December 4th. Thank you for that. Yeah, I knew it didn't happen like right away. I knew they had to send them away somewhere. I was questioning. I didn't think Kaylee's got unlocked at the same time as the others. I thought they were having issues with hers. And then I never saw a report that explained if hers was unlocked or not. Let's see. Lucy, what are you saying? Kaylee's device for the encryption was obtained on December 12th. Okay, yeah. So it did get done. It was just a little bit later, I think. That makes sense. Again, I haven't seen the document from that, but I know Lucy has. She said she has unredacted Maori MPD supplemental narrative. And did you do a video about that, Lucy? Did I see? Oh, it's unlisted. Gotcha. All right, no worries. Thank you for that, though. Super chat. Thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank 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 you for the support. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. You did, Lucy, and I started watching it and I got to go back. I'm sorry. I got a flooded basement over here. No, you did. I knew I had that. Thank you. I get so frustrated with these videos and these redactions. Oh my God. You just want to know what they're saying. I'm whining. So this is the part where they have taken 2 bodies out to the funeral home. A police officer's following them, and I think they were waiting for them to come back for the last 2 victims. And they were talking about Jack D, and now this is all silent.
But we're looking for it.
All right, here we go. I'm speeding it up when it's redacted so we can go through it faster.
Our military, they would describe it. So it sounds like.
Oh, they're talking about the sheath. I heard him say a military style that we're looking for. And then it's redacted because we don't already know. Like, why do you have to redact this? We know what it is. We've seen pictures of it. Like, it's all over the news. I feel like Afroman. Right now. We're going to talk about you until you start showing us some transparency. Who's with me? It gets worse. Don't say that. Speaking of Cy Ray, did you see Lana's supposed to do a show? Was it today or tomorrow about a Cy Ray update with something he's working on now? Are you letting him out of the basement for that, Lucy? Does he get to leave the basement for that? It's like they unredact it enough so that we get a tiny little clip of what we know they're talking about, and then it goes silent.
No. So I don't know. But that could have been the screen. He may have never went downstairs. Oh, there was a screen. I don't know about.
Oh, there was a scream? Oh, there was a scream. All right, here we go.
I don't know. But that could have been the screen. He may have.
But that could have been the scream. Do you think they've listened to something? Where is this coming from? That could have been the scream.
Never went downstairs.
He may have never went downstairs.
Oh, there was a screen.
Oh, there was a scream.
I don't know about a screen.
I didn't know about a scream.
Yeah, well, not a scream, but one of the gals yelling something. There's somebody in the house. Or there's somebody here. Isn't that? Said that she heard that. And she thought it was kids. She heard that? Yeah. What was the deal about the firework? So that was a gal down in this room. She heard what she thought was a fire. No, that. Yeah. So this isn't it. This is scary.
You got pictures of all these kids as IDs?
Yeah.
Can you send them to me and Kathy? Get a date of birth and stuff like that.
Well, Kathy has the date of birth already.
Oh, I know, but I need, yeah. Full names,
Yep.
positive IDs.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can tag them right, take them up to. I'll tag them right. Make sure everybody's.
Yeah, I'm going to short next one. So I'm going to follow you guys there. So once we get there, I'll forward it to you and I'll mark. So I'm going to make sure my marking is on there. I'm going to take photos of all of that. Once it's all set up. So then when you guys leave.
I hope we have enough things for the medical examiner's office. They have specific tags for the bags with number codes on them that you have.
If you have only enough for 2 and 1% to, then
Yeah, then
I can come back.
Well, if we can take them in the morning, we can just evidence tape the zipper and just leave the 2 zippers not taped.
Yeah.
And then once we guys come back in the morning, I call you and we come down and put them on. Actually, because we gotta have that number. The number that goes on the zipper has to be the same number on the anklet bracelet that you put on them, and it's got to match. And then that number's also got to be written on.
This is a little it's sad and disturbing at the same time because they're talking about having to ID yeah, right, which he was. I think he clarified it there after they were talking about the screaming, and the one cop's like, I didn't hear anything about screaming, and he's like, well, it was more like yelling. I think he's talking about the somebody's here part. They're basically talking about what Dylan told them, the information. And they got interrupted when they started talking about Bethany and the fireworks. So I hope they go back to that, because as soon as they started talking about Bethany and the firework on the first floor, because these cops are saying nothing happened on the first floor. Nothing happened on the first floor. Well, Bethany saw a firework, and I've heard a couple cops, and I think Gunderson was one of them, it's not a firework. When people say it's a firework, it's not a firework. We all know it's a gunshot. Every time I show a clip, Skull says it gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse. But this part right here, they're talking about putting the tags on the victims, is very sad.
If we have to, do you have a place that we could put them that I put evidence tape on until we can take them out?
Cooler that I can lock them.
Then I can put evidence tape on your lock. And then if we have to, we can take them out.
We got to have the bodies in there too, so.
Well, first thing in the morning.
Well, yeah, I'll get that up. I gotta get back. I'm gonna show what I'm dealing with here, dude.
I know one of them.
I know exactly what you're doing. Yeah. Hey, Jackie. Okay.
When he said, you don't know what I'm dealing with here, dude, who do you think they're talking about? Do you think they're talking about Kathy Mabbitt? To me, it's like, how you work with somebody that you don't really like working with them, or like they mess everything up all the time, something like that.
Yeah. And I'll stay there until I can do all that process. Before I can save them all down. It's cold out here.
Yeah, we got Kathy's got extra tags too. So. Yeah, actually,
I'll take care of all of that. Yeah, I think all we're doing here, once we get done with the evidence collection, we're gonna take it all out here, go do piece by piece, make sure we're accounted for. We're accounted for. I will.
Is it all one of them?
Yes, it's like 18 of mine. So,
is it just in the back seat?
Yes.
So I can still get to my goats.
All right, wait a minute. That was Brett Payne. Brett Payne talking.
Yeah, I think all we're doing here, once we get done with the evidence collection, we're gonna take it all out here, go do piece by piece, make sure we're accounted for. We're accounted for. I will.
Is it all one of them?
Yes, it's like 18 of mine. Perfect. So,
is it just in the back seat?
Yes.
So I can still get to my goats.
Oh yeah, okay, perfect. They're chilled and they're ready.
Okay.
What are they talking about? They're perfect. They're chilled and ready.
You need the rest of my goats, you can have it.
Oh, just like an energy drink or something?
I gotta stop drinking those. His heart's bad from dying. High blood pressure. According to the doctor. 26.
Trigger warning, you guys. Are they going to show this? Are they going to show this? Yeah, what's in the back seat? What's in the back seat? All right, they're not. I mean, the thing that you would think they would completely black out, if something should be completely blacked out, this is it. Oh my God. Oh my God. But they'll completely black out the whole screen for a conversation. Terrible.
I'm gonna call down to the bro. For the day. All for a mom. Oh. You got 3 or something? What's that? You got 3 cots? Oh, I got 2 cots. We'll just make 2 trips. Oh. There's a lot of driving. Yeah. Full day. All right. Does it need to go up or is it already up? No, that's up. Okay. To move that cot real quick. Push it out. Push this one in.
Tomboy, they didn't come from the spare room. They had them laying on the floor in the hallway by the front door. They carried them downstairs. So they brought the first 2 out, put them into the funeral home car, took them away. Then they waited for the funeral home to come back. And they had brought the others 2 downstairs and they were waiting. Yep. Yep. I mean, this is so heartbreaking to me. Like, if there's anything they want to redact this stuff.
No, not yet. Just hang out. We'll be there in 10, 12 minutes. So, okay.
So sad. Hi, CAO Kane. I know it is heartbreaking. Oh, they're not downstairs. I don't know where they had them. Maybe they didn't put them right by the door because of the cameras. I don't know. What do you guys think? I swore they were bringing bodies downstairs. Didn't you guys see that? Oh, right, because people think I know the other theory. Yeah, I don't have that theory. Oh, there she is.
Are you guys out of here? Yeah. We'll mark you off.
Want to do this? That's a souvenir.
And I'll do the same when I'm done there. This one.
Did she just say something about a souvenir? Are you serious? This is them taking out the bodies.
So I know not to come back here. Okay.
I swear she said, I think she's talking about the booties.
That's a souvenir.
And I'll do the same when I'm done there. This one. So I know not to come back here.
That's disgusting. That's if I was the parents and I heard that, oh my gosh, I would have something to say. I know, like Dago will say, like it's her, like you're on the job, and I guess it was lighthearted. I'll leave it alone, but yeah, still.
Okay, so I don't want to leave you hanging if there's still things to do.
Yeah, let's look back, my friend. Do you not have like an actual form? Nope. It's really funny. I was like,
We might. I've never seen, because it's usually like someone starts a log with the thing they got in their pocket and they just continue. That's high blood pressure, huh?
yeah, I think it's bullshit. So I was like sick when I went in.
Oh,
and they
yeah.
say your blood pressure's high when you're sick. But I have been drinking a lot of energy drinks and stuff, so. Doctor's kind of jerks about it. I went to quick care because I was trying to get eye drops because I had an eye infection. And there's like, the nurse was like, whoa. I was like, what? And she's like, oh, the doctor talked to you. And I was like, I'm just here for eye drops. Like,
yeah, me?
Yeah, exactly. Then the doctor came in and she's like, do you have high blood pressure in your family? I was like, well, my mom has high blood pressure. She's like, okay. And then she's like, you need to start working out. And I was like, I work out 5 to 6 days a week. And she's like, oh. She's like, you do look like a healthy young man. Your blood pressure is just a little high. She's like, it's not that bad, but for being 26, like, it's like worrisome. Like, she's like, you need to like get it down. She's like, you don't need medication or anything, but kind of just was like, just take care of it. Right. And I was like, well, I do drink like probably 6 or 8 drinks.
Why are we blocking out Bethany's bedroom? Why are they blocking out Bethany's bedroom?
Come in. Interesting. No, man. Not to get to a place where we're gonna seal this bad boy up here pretty quick, and all 4 victims are on their way to the funeral home. So once we get evidence stuff accountable, I'm gonna leave here and we'll come back in the morning, basically. So yeah, if you get to a place where you're good to stop, then you're good to stop, and we'll just catch up in the morning. All right, man. Thank you.
Who's he talking to? And why do we have to get evidence stuff? How is he saying this? Evidence accountable. What?
All 4 victims are on their way to the funeral home. So once we get evidence stuff accountable.
Once we get evidence stuff accountable. Okay, so maybe like back at the evidence room.
I'm gonna leave here and we'll come back in the morning, basically. So yeah, if you get to a place where you're good to stop.
Somebody's traveling. Who's traveling? Who's traveling on their way in? Tyson Barrett? Once you get to a place, why is he telling him where to stop? If I'm driving, you're not going to tell me where to stop. He's got to look up anytime someone talks to him. I know we don't get sightings of pain very often. We don't get sightings of pain very often. Who is he telling when to stop?
Stop and we'll just catch up.
You're good to stop and we'll just catch up with you in the morning.
All right, man. Thank you. Yeah, bye.
Good night, Harry.
Boyfriend's calling me, really.
Wait.
Stop and we'll just catch up in the morning. All right, man. Thank you. Yeah, bye.
Good night, Harry.
Who was that? Eric? You can hear it. Listen. He says, who was that? And he says a name. And then he says, yes. But I can't really make it out. Anybody got headphones on?
All 4 victims are on their way to the funeral home. So once we get evidence stuff accountable, I'm going to leave here and we'll come back in the morning, basically. So yeah, if you get to a place where you're good to stop, then you're good to stop, and we'll just catch up in the morning. All right, man. Thank you. Yeah, bye.
Good night, Harry.
Oh, he says it. Do you guys know? Skull, quit teasing me. Am I sitting down? I'll tell you when to stop. Oh no. Is that because he found the sheath and nobody else noticed it before? Rewind. He says someone's name. It's super fast. Like, was that blank? Yes. So we got to fill in the blank. The first time I heard it, I thought it said Eric, but I don't know. Okay, ready?
Yep, bye. Is that all right?
Anybody catch it? Oh, nobody tells me when to stop. I don't know. Someone's going to have to do some work on that little clip. Someone will figure it out. I have faith. And I think he just said something about the ex-boyfriend. Wait, did he say, is that the ex-boyfriend calling? No, he didn't say Jack. I don't think he said Jack. I'm putting my headphones on. I'm putting my headphones on. Let me see. There we go. Do I look fully ridiculous? I can only do it if I look completely ridiculous. Slow it down. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. I will. All right. Oh. Oops. Right here.
Is that all right? Boyfriend's phone and nothing really.
Those don't help. It's not going through my headphones. Sorry.
Is that all right? Boyfriend's phone and nothing really. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ, it's like right down the street. It's a physical domestic down the street. Really?
I'm just praying to God there's not some other shit tied to this that happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. What's that? All right. What'd you guys hear? He said something about the ex-boyfriend's phone. So probably Jack's phone. There is a forensics person on vacation because she was on vacation when they were going to do the DNA testing. Yes. And then they had that fill-in. I think Mariah was the fill-in. I don't know who was. That's right, Tomboy. That's right. I thought he said like something. Let me see. Let's see. I still got it on slow.
Boyfriend's phone and nothing really. Oh, fuck.
He said the ex-boyfriend's phone, and he either said streaming or screaming it. Something like that. And then Payne says trippy. Like, I swear. Why aren't these words showing up?
Who's that, Mary?
The ex-boyfriend's phone, and nothing really.
He says, F word. And Payne says, trippy dude.
Jesus Christ, it's like right down the street.
Jesus Christ, it's like right down the street.
It's a physical domestic.
It's a physical domestic.
Really?
I'm just praying to God there's not some other shit tied to this that happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just pray to God there's not some other shit that gets tied to this. They know what it is. They know what it is. Payne's face there is priceless. It is priceless. Went through the boyfriend's phone, nothing really. Okay, good. Screening, yeah, maybe. Yeah. You thought he said it was Barrett? Okay. Barry, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because he's not there, but I know he's important to them. Yep. Good comments.
This is a weird setup house. It's like you have 2 bedrooms down here. You have another bedroom on the second level, and then a 3rd bedroom upstairs. And then 2 bedrooms, each floor.
Okay. So are they done collecting and now they're doing the DNA stuff?
Yep. Doing DNA swabs. So Sarge is going to go follow the second 2
Just took off.
So once they're done here, we're going to do evidence accountability, make sure everybody's got all the pieces.
Count all the numbers.
Yep. And then on the seal of this door, every other window and door is already sealed. So once we're done, we'll lock it up. And
then we'll get, I already told Karen before we ran out, but we'll get a graveyard unit up here to.
A what? Graveyard shift.
But I guess Branson's on till midnight, so they should be okay. They'll have full by then.
Oh, yeah. Is he coming in at 6 tomorrow with you guys?
He is. We made arrangements to basically cut him and Dustin loose and have the other day shift team is going to split hours and make staffing on days for Monday and Tuesday. And then they'll come in Wednesday and go be that team. And you guys are right into your Wednesday, Thursday. And there's going to be so much.
So is SWAT going to get canceled?
Yeah, it's canceled.
Is it?
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Sounds like
I don't think we have time for that.
It sounds like they made it too
So SWAT is getting canceled? Yeah. I think that's what they said.
Two autopsies on Tuesday. 2 on Wednesday. 4 in a day. 3.
what we'll do is with your brain spinning, with your log, just whatever night shifter comes up to relieve you, just give it to them, and then I'll let them know too. But have them just do like whenever they do a walk around, just write down the check.
All the windows have been secured. Cool.
This now it's like I put my hand in my pocket. I had them on earlier, but do I love cold weather? But I hate being in cold weather.
Sweat, dying.
You wouldn't like California. So you wouldn't like California. Or we're standing on crashes. It's like 120 degrees outside. It's like you're melting toast, man.
Worst place ever. Man, actually, worse than Afghanistan. Surrey is so humid and hot, man. Step into the 90s, high 90s, but you're like 80% humidity, so you just can't stop sweating. You're sweating. It's freaking miserable.
I've never lived anywhere where it's humid. I've never been anywhere where it's humid.
Oh man, it's a different kind of stuff, man. It is awful. The first time I read heat exhaustion was in Missouri doing my out. I was running, trying to get to my points, and I didn't play very good, so I was
Nope. Lots of personal conversations, though.
running behind my thigh. Got to the point where I was drenched, literally like soaking wet. I started getting shivers and getting cold. I called on the cat crate. He's like, "Yeah, come and get your cigarette." Okay. Of course, awful feeling. Feel like terrible. But you're literally die.
Fighting. Oh, thought they were black. Or hurt.
Well, he said he heard a rumor that his friend might have been killed, so he came over here because he couldn't get a hold of him. Saw the tape and everything, and now believes it's true.
Wait a minute.
Well, he said he heard a rumor that his friend might have been killed, so he came over here because he couldn't get a hold of him. Saw the tape and everything, and now believes it's true.
And now believes it's true?
He said the rumor out there is somebody died here from fentanyl. And then somebody else said somebody might have got stabbed. I said, well, I can't confirm any of that. So, but the rumors are out there.
Oh, yeah.
Press release from there's 4.
Okay. It's what time is it at this point? It is it now 10:10 at night? After 10 at night, and someone's just now coming to check on their friend? Oh, sorry guys. Sorry guys. I did not hear them say anything about a sheath earlier. They were talking about checking the evidence that they had in the back seat. All right, I'm backing it up. Here we go. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay. So obviously Lanier walked down to the road or something and stopped and talked to somebody. That's what it seems like.
Well, he said he heard a rumor that his friend might have been killed, so
he said he heard a rumor that his friend might have been killed, so he
came over here because he couldn't get a
hold of him. He couldn't get a hold of him.
Saw the tape and everything.
And now it's something about, and now he thinks it's true, or now true. Let me know what you think.
He said the rumor out there is somebody died here from fentanyl. And then somebody else said somebody might have got stabbed. I said, well, I can't confirm any of that. So, but let me throw out that. Oh, yeah. Of course, the press release confirmed there's 4.
Well, it's all over the news. And I guess Director of Public Safety's little fan alert that he sent out wasn't very
Who sent that out?
I think so. I heard it kind of fucked everyone on scene because there was a bunch of people standing out here like, what's going on?
They
And
were interviewing people, interviewing girls, and saying that they didn't really know for sure everything that was going on, and they couldn't release anything, and the freaking van alert came across. I'm like, a homicide? Are you kidding me? Why couldn't you tell us that? Shit. Yeah, that's one of the things Tyson's working through right now.
So the cops are pissed about that too. Like, who sent that alert out, right? So clearly there wasn't communication from the police. I don't usually like rail on the university too much. I know a lot of people have made a lot of connections with the university and all that, but that had to have come from the university. Like, without communicating? Like, how did they know then? Fentanyl, shooting, and stabbing. Who said that? I heard him say fentanyl and stabbing. I didn't hear him in this part say shooting. Yeah, I know there were a couple, like the first vandal alert went out and said, didn't it say investigating a homicide at 1122 King Road? Or investigating a homicide on campus, something like that. Don't get mad at me, Lucy. Oh.
When I was down there earlier, we were trying to figure out the press stuff, and Tyson was in a Zoom meeting with the who's who of U of I, the president and all of his.
Oh, they're trying to figure out the who's who of the university, the president and all his men.
And of course, everybody knows how to do everybody else's job.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like they probably just overstepped their bounds and didn't wait for the police to tell them what to do.
Yeah, you just got to sort through those things. We're on the same page. I feel really bad for this kid right now.
Yep.
Who's the kid, do you think? Who would be there and not know till 10 o'clock at night?
Nuts. We're going to give all big thanks to absolutely. Such a great forensics thing.
Yeah, really nice folks too. Yeah,
they are.
Oh my God, who wrote that? Who wrote that? Blue Devil? I was thinking the same thing. I was like, it's probably a reporter faking that they're like a friend. And you said JLR. We started with some laughs on this show, and we are ending with some laughs on this show. And we had some heartbreak in the middle with watching them remove the bodies. So he said the director of public safety put out the release. Okay. Yep, Tony. Emma Bailey. I haven't heard her. Like, I keep seeing people try to bring her name back up, but no, like her and Demetrius have kind of like left the chat, like left the building. He's the uncle. Oh, JLR. All right, this is just about done. I'm going to finish this. Wait, who's really nice folks? I feel really bad for this kid.
Right now. Yep. Nuts.
We're gonna do all big thanks to nice people.
Absolutely.
Such a great friendship.
Yeah, really nice folks too. Yeah.
They are. They're
Awesome.
It's all they do. So
It's actually fascinating just to watch it. It's just, just like anything else, very systematic.
that's some pretty cool stuff. They need to remember their prep marks of the too. I'm sure they're trying to make sense.
And you see that.
Who are they talking about there? Who do you think they're talking about there? They're really nice folks. Lucy, don't go that tinfoil hat that far. They are talking about somebody and they're like, they say something about a friend. Then they say they're really nice folks. Then they say something about, I feel like they're talking about their equipment, like it's somebody working in the house. Yes, they're very systematic. I'm going to slow it down and we're going to listen because you don't want to know who I thought of. Such a great friend. Really nice. Let me go back here. Everybody knows how to do everybody else's job. Okay. I'm going to slow it down. Right there.
Nuts.
We're gonna do all big thanks to nice people.
The words are not matching. The words on the screen are not matching what I'm hearing. I thought I heard him say something like, we have to give thanks to something. And then Payne says, absolutely. Such a great forensics team. That's what he said. Such a great forensics team. I'm pretty sure. Listen to the syllables, even if you can't hear like the word.
Folks too, yeah.
They are. They're
awesome.
Maybe they're talking about the forensics team.
Folks too, yeah.
They are. They're
awesome.
That's all they do.
It's actually fascinating just to watch it. It's just,
So it's fascinating to watch them.
just like anything else, very systematic.
That's some pretty cool stuff. They need to remember their prep marks of the too. I'm sure they're trying to make sense.
You see that 3D scan thing they got?
I didn't see this one, but I've seen this before.
That's incredible.
Exact measures the entire room.
Gives you a manipulatable image zoom and measure off of it, he said.
Yeah.
I think they're talking about the Q, Liz Q, something like that. You're so systematic. Now let me go in and screw it all up. Skull, quit saying that. Quit saying that. They're I don't think they're carrying bags anymore at this point, Leah, but they were. They probably were.
It will. You can pull it up in the software and you can see how far is that, whatever, from whatever. And you can measure it right there, exact distance. You just have to set like 3 references.
Oh, they're talking about the 3 references. So it measures exact distance. You just need 3 references.
Yeah, I was like, how does it all work? Like, it's like it's literally just this little 3-inch long by 1-inch thick thing clipped to the back of an iPad. That's an old scanner.
Be lazy.
Yeah, crazy. Couldn't your drone do that same thing? Yeah, kind of. Not to that level of preciseness with just the base software. You can get it, but fly your drone around. Yeah. I had thought about that, but you ain't say it in this one.
I don't think so. I don't think with this one
Is it all?
I want to walk around that dumpster. I've been over there twice now. I mean, with the back door being open and all that, it doesn't make sense to somebody running out.
Yeah.
It's so fun with crap, and I can't find anything that remotely look like blood and it's all white garbage bags too. So.
I looked in the one. There's one right down here. Okay, kind of along the house. And I looked in there. Same thing. It's actually relatively empty, but let's see.
It's the dumpster over on what's the road that the Linda Lane 1330 camera's on? Move the comment. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Why was the print thawed? Thanks, Dago. We'll join you over there soon. I'm ending soon. I thought with the snow print, they said they made a mold of it. I'm pretty sure that's what they said they were doing with the footprint. Okay. It's coming up. It's coming up. Don't tease me, Skull.
Anything that stuck out. The only part that was interesting is a bunch of this like juniper shit.
Yeah.
Like growing over there, and you could walk by and stuff a knife in that shit.
If we need to come back up here in the day, tomorrow, and
There's no need to look for the knife right now. Like, we can just do that tomorrow. Why is Lanier so focused on the dumpster? And that's the dumpster where the kids were sitting, right? Does he think those kids out there stuck something maybe in the garbage can? In the dumpster? He said, I'm really bothered by that dumpster. Why? There was a lot of trash in there. It was overflowing. Was that done on purpose? Is that because they had a party the night before that weekend, Friday night? I don't know. Throwing my thoughts out there. Hi, Miss Kiki. Hello, hello. So we don't need to go look for the knife in the flower patch tonight. We can just do it tomorrow.
Walk all the way. We were pretty focused on knocking on doors and talking to people earlier, and when we looked in some areas, but when we walked to everything, there's mostly like looking for blood, tracks, and things like that.
Why can't we hear this part? Why can't we hear this part? We need a lip reader. We need to find a lip reader. Lucy? Lucy?
And by the time the media spins it, it's going to be removed. I'm telling you, we're going to have it's going to be there tonight. Stop having lock the doors and blinders and it's going to be around 10 cells at Tri-State. Maybe not that bad.
I wouldn't surprise you.
Yeah, so they're getting our safest city in America right now.
I was telling her, I was like, man, just when campus was getting some momentum, and I mean, enrollment was up, and people were excited.
So he said, there goes our safest city. Like, I think he said narrative. It probably means reputation. And now they're worried about enrollment and all the things that we've talked about all this time. Yep. They just Lanier was talking about what they did so far. So Payne is saying, you know, hey, when I walked down to the dumpster, I noticed this juniper patch, whatever. So I'm assuming it's a flower on the ground. And he's like, that would be a great place to stash a weapon. And Lanier said, well, yeah, we can look for that tomorrow. And then he's telling him all the things we did today. Like today, we basically went door to door and we talked to people, and we were mostly focusing on looking for like blood drop paths and things like that. And remember, they did see some blood on this day on the 13th over at the Whites, correct? Was it the Whites or Queen? God, I just showed that the other day. I just showed it. Juniper bushes. They're bushes. They're talking about getting derailed. Two more minutes left.
I bet it's turned around.
Ooh.
Used to them, I guess, but
I just sleep in my office. I used to do this sometimes. Get up at 7 in the morning, go home, sleep for a couple hours, come back to court at 10. Go home, sleep, come back for afternoon court at 2.
I hate it.
Summer, I go to my house. I had working nights and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off. And Tuesday and Thursday were court days. I was missing your service traffic. And I go to my house and I asked them 50 hours in court time. That summer. Just, I mean, I didn't do
Yep.
Well, there we go. All right. Thanks for watching that with me. It's the first time I watched it, and I mean, I don't know. I didn't hear any. What was a bombshell in there? I even stopped writing things down. We know Lanier was fixated on the dumpster. We got to see the bodies come out, which was sad. We know that the cops were speculating about things about how it happened. I don't know. Interesting. It's like they want to do their job at something to, yeah. I mean, okay. So first of all, I think it was really interesting to see the forensics part of it, like they're talking about, like just being at the scene, seeing it live in action. We didn't get to see much, but they were talking about, we got to do this, we got to do this, we got to do this. So I liked that. Hearing them talk about, well, we were, yes. And I guess you have to prioritize. I know I was making fun of them, like, oh, we'll just look for the weapon tomorrow. I know they have to prioritize. Like, we have 100 things to do, but we can get 10 done today. Which 10 are we going to do? Right. So that makes sense. They're definitely worried about the university. So everybody who's been speculating about that is 100% true. They realized that night one. Okay. Yes. Yeah. I think, was it Payne that said, I really hope there's nothing else. I'm curious about the comment that whoever's Morris is wearing the body cam. He said something about a domestic dispute, and it sounded like it was in the area, and it sounded like it had like just happened. So I'm not sure about that. Let me know in the chat, or if you're watching this on replay, please drop me a comment. What's this domestic dispute that he was talking about? And then that triggers Payne into saying, that's what makes me think this happened after the murders. To me, it seems like there's a domestic dispute, and then that triggers Payne to say, oh my gosh, I hope this doesn't lead to other stuff. I didn't hear any talk of the police or law enforcement indicating they thought this was like some lone crazy serial killer person out there. I didn't hear that. I don't think that's what they were thinking. You made a cowboy outfit. Oh, let me see. I did not see it. That's cute. Yeah, and there's something with that dumpster. There's something with that dumpster. Sorry, Tomboy, I did miss it. Something with the main dumpster right outside the house. Lanier was fixated on it. What do you think that was about? I don't know. All right, I am going to end it here for today. I'm sure we are all going to be diving into this video, and hopefully someone can do something with the audio on this one too. And yeah, they should have just completely emptied it and went through it. Exactly. I agree with you. They only thought about it for 90 minutes. However long the Vandal alert was live. Yeah. I know. I'm sorry. That's why I didn't go searching, Tomboy. Lanier said they several times. Yeah. Yep. Miss Kiki, it's good to see you. I think I saw you in Dago's or someone else's chat. So thanks for joining us over here. Yeah, they should have just checked it for sure. All right, everybody, have a great day. I know Dago's going live, so I'll see you over there. And I'll see you back here tomorrow at 11:30. Thank you to all the mods who showed up today. I appreciate you. All the green team, typically unique members. There is a member join button on the main page of the channel. If anybody wants to consider becoming a member, please hit the like button on your way out and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Thanks for watching, hope you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. Subscribe, it's free and keeps us going strong. You're part of the crew now, right where you belong. Join us next time, same truth, same fire. We bring the heat and never tire. We're typically unique and proud to be a husband and wife in podcast harmony. That could be unique, yeah, that's you and me. Don't forget to like and hit subscribe, it's free. Come back again, we'll be right here with truth and laughs and zero fear. We don't always agree, but that's the show. One love, two minds, letting it flow. We dig deep with crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. We don't always agree, but that's the show. One love, two minds, letting it flow. We dig deep with crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. We don't always agree, but you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. We dig deep with crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. Thanks for watching, hope you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. It's free, it keeps us going strong. You're part of the crew, now right where you belong. Join us next time, same truth, same fire. We bring the heat and never tire. We're typically unique and proud to be a husband and wife and proud to be a husband and wife in podcast harmony. Yeah, that's you and me, that's you and me. Don't forget to like, hit subscribe, it's free. Come back again, we'll be right here with truth and laughs and zero fear.